A disclaimer, this podcast is not about religion. White Jesus and Black Moses are nicknames. That's just what we call each other. This is a comedy and discussion podcast meant to entertain. We support all religions people choose to follow in order to connect to a higher power, although we think Scientology is fucking insane. Enjoy the show. Okay, like I said last week, I am a real person stuck in the internet. My name is Jill. The only way to get out of here is if someone wishes on a genie's lamp to set me free. So please, look for magical lamps. You're my only hope.
Megan Thee Stallion.
But I'm ratchet. Haters kept my name in their mouth, now they won't get. I done bled the block and now it's hot. I told she a boo and I'm moving. I'm savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, next. Hey, like me, he wanna like to stand with the knees. He be like, how that thing moving in the jeans. Even people ill couldn't do it like me. I need a mama clean the doors to me.
Welcome to the White Jesus Show featuring Black Moses. Today's show is sponsored by toilets. Are you squatting in a bush right now listening to podcasts? Are you tired of disapproving stares people give you while you clean your behind with a leaf? Try toilets. Toilets are ceramic, easy to use, and are hooked to plumbing systems. Many toilets come with tissue paper provided to clean yourself up. I use toilets all the time. Well, not all the time. A healthy amount of times, daily. And I can't recommend them enough. So next time you're thinking about dropping the deuce in the parking lot, think toilets. Welcome to the show. I'm White Jesus.
Black Moses.
There you go, man. That was your cue. How's it going, Black Moses?
It's good, man. It's good, man. I know, I think you met with Obama, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we have a very important, well, you know how I like to interview presidents.
Yeah, and I want to apologize for not being there, man. So
it's okay. I passed on his, I passed along your words to him. He told me.
Did you tell him? Did you tell him I voted for him 3 times?
Trump was right about that election rigging, man.
Yeah.
Oh, he has coronavirus, dude. Did you hear about that?
Obama or Trump?
No, the president of the United States has coronavirus.
The president, Mickey Mouse?
President Donald Trump has coronavirus. The Chinese coronavirus.
As long as it's not Donald J. Trump, I'd be concerned just a little bit.
Why is that?
Is it Donald J. Trump?
It's it is Donald J. Trump.
Oh man! Oh my God!
Yeah, he's got coronavirus and he's in the hospital right now. But I think he's gonna break out of there soon and make America great again. But that's a huge thing, man. That's kind of crazy. I mean, think of it. He's a really old dude, and with old people, it can happen. It could just take you to the Lord. And we're looking at a real situation here in history where the president has something that could quite possibly kill him. So we're going to be watching his
gonorrhea
progress for they found gonorrhea too, but
AIDS too, right?
Easier to deal with. No, not AIDS, man. Don't be ridiculous. That's fake news.
Oh, okay.
How's your week been, brother?
I'm in another red state. I'm in Oklahoma, and
Dude, why do you keep traveling to the widest states possible?
I'll say work related, and hunting. I like hunting in Oklahoma.
Oh, that's cool. Did you get a chance to
We are
see
going
the
to build a wall.
Mr. President? Let me finish, please. Sorry, dude. Did you get a chance to watch it? President, please let me finish what I'm saying. Hey, Black Moses.
Going to dream of things.
Jeez. I'm sorry, man. Mr. President, give me time to talk. Did you see the debates?
I did. It was the best soap opera I saw in my life.
It was pretty cool, man. It was like WrestleMania. It was like WrestleMania something.
And I was close because remember I told you someone's going to die at these debates, and I was very close because of the debates. Donald J. Trump ended up getting COVID.
Yeah. Well, that's just what the big news is right now. Hey, I actually had something pre-planned that I wanted to go through. Kind of like a PSA type of deal. White Jesus wants to get real for a second. Is it cool if I get real, bro?
Sure, that's fine.
Cool. I'm going to take a little hit off my pipe here. It's marijuana. Okay, I wanted to explain the name White Jesus to everybody. Because when I put the show out there, they don't really know what I'm talking about. This podcast started as the Black and White Jesus podcast. These were nicknames that Black Jesus and I had for each other for like years, like 10 years. And I mean, my name could be anything, man. Like, my name could be like Doug or something silly like that, you know?
That's definitely a silly name.
Retarded. And when it came time to put a show together, I thought that we should do the Black and White Jesus podcast. It sounded catchy, it was fun, and I did 8 episodes like that. And now that he's not on the show anymore, I'm still sticking.
You're not retiring, are you?
No, sir.
It sounds like. Oh, okay. Just making sure.
No, we're not going to hang anything on the rafters here. In fact, let's not talk about any kind of hanging. With Black Jesus gone, I decided to stick, and I'm sticking with White Jesus. It's kind of like a joke in sorts because, Jesus wouldn't be white like he appears in like art and stained glass, And I probably got the nickname by pointing that out to friends and looking a little bit like Jesus sometimes. But it's my nickname, and it's been my nickname for years. It's not to make fun of Jesus. I would consider myself, I'm not a religious person, but I would consider myself a follower of Jesus. I believe he existed. I believe he taught people love and forgiveness. I hold the morals of Jesus in my heart, and I try to live by them. If I thought Jesus wasn't okay with the name of the show, I wouldn't use it. And I think he thinks it's funny, and he's telling me to go with it. It's no worse in my book than calling myself like Charlemagne the God. For example, So I don't mean to offend anybody, and if I do offend some people out there, forgive me, like Jesus would. I just wanted to put that out there, so that, because I have actually heard from a couple Christian voices about minor concern of White Jesus. To me, it's very good. It's very, it's fun.
Big league.
So I just wanted to get that out of the way, man. That's really kind of a message to Christians and anybody who takes Jesus very seriously. And let me assure you that I take Jesus very seriously too. Does that seem reasonable, Black Moses?
Sure.
Or BM? I could just start calling you BM.
BM?
BM, so I don't have to call you Black Moses. I'll call you BM.
Well, I do think that since Charlemagne the God actually listens to our show, I think we're going to be brought up in the Breakfast Club because you didn't mention him in his name. So I think you started a beef war.
Oh, shit. We're going to have a beef with Charlemagne. That'd be awesome. That would get us on the map, dude.
Yeah.
That would get us on the map. Google Maps, maybe.
Welcome to the Disciple Hotline. Call the hotline at 954-580-FUNK. Leave a voicemail or text. Here's White Jesus and Black Moses with the Disciple Hotline.
All right, welcome to the Disciple Hotline. You can call the hotline at 954-580-FUNK. Leave a voicemail or text message, and you'll be on the next show, and we'll play your thing, and we'll talk back at you. We got a couple voicemails in this week. You ready for that, sir?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Dude, our first voicemail, I interviewed this fella a couple weeks ago. Let's play this guy's voicemail. Here we go.
Hello, Dr. Phil. Really. What I'm telling you here is, I didn't just come in on a load of turnips. I know that. You seem to me to be a very honest and straightforward individual. You can get self-righteous till the cows come home. I'm talking to you about the only person in this world you control, and that's you. You got to lighten up a little bit to get along. Quit taking yourself so damn seriously. Are you nuts? You got to grow up. Are you avoiding reality? Are you mad at your mom? Are you taking medication? Do you go into the store and steal groceries? Are you like a stalker or something? Are you having sex? You're gonna smoke dope and have a good time. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I want you to start living as a gay woman, and I want you to start having a gay relationship. You can just write me off, and you can get mad at me. I'm expendable. That's okay. You don't need me. I didn't do anything wrong. You know what? I'm not some schmo here. I deserve to be treated better than this. You don't have the right to do that. We've done everything we can do. I am totally at peace with this. I don't hate you. I don't resent you.
Good.
I don't have any bad feelings or unfinished emotional business with you.
Good.
What I'm telling you here is you're a bitch. Rotten little bitch. Gotta run.
Dude, Dr. Phil is really mean.
Man, he needs a hug.
Dr. Phil, all due respect, sir, I'd like to respectfully ask that you do not call the show again. And see somebody. Get help. You know what I'm saying?
He's probably mad because the show got canceled.
He's a fake doctor anyway, man. I called it out during his interview. He wanted to do cocaine with me. If you don't believe me, go back to the episode where I interviewed Dr. Phil. There's a separate YouTube video on it, man. You can check that out, man. It's real shit. Well, fuck you, Dr. Phil. Hey, now we got two beefs. Charlemagne the God and Dr. Phil. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the next voicemail.
What's up, y'all? It's Billy, telling them four-time caller.
Billy.
Hey, guys, I just want to say what's up, man. I'm out here on the road. I'm driving. It's dark. I am fairly certain I can see the road. Dude, so, you guys are getting getting into some good discussions and stuff, man. I told you, I heard the, hey, I heard President Trump had coronavirus, and that makes me sad, man. I mean, I'm still all for making America great again with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, but, the president's sick, and it's bringing it down a little bit. What do you guys think about the president being sick, y'all? Anyway, whoop, Billy out.
No, I'm so glad he was able to get a whoop out there at the end, because I've never seen Billy lose energy so quickly like that. He's sad about the president being sick, dude.
Yeah. I mean, as much as the president's sometimes narcissistic, egotistic, racist, white supremacist, he's still a human being somewhat, and you don't want someone to be sick.
Yeah, buddy. Word, son, word. Okay, well, that was the Disciple Hotline, and we're going to go to the next thing here. All right, Billy, don't, we're going to talk about Trump here soon, and don't be scared, buddy. President's going to be okay. We'll make America great again with Joe Biden, and everything will be okay, Billy. Everything will be okay, I promise. We love you, buddy. Check you later. Hey, Black Moses.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad. Thanks for staying awake with me, man. I know you're tired. I'm going to read you a bedtime story at the end of the show, okay?
Oh, so nice.
Yeah, dude. Well, it'll be all right.
Is it gonna be like I don't know if you watch Family Guy, but remember when Cleveland sent Peter a musical card that you record, and he was getting chased by the cops and all that stuff? Is it gonna be some type of racist bedtime story?
I've got a racist bedtime story I could tell you.
Okay.
I don't know if we're doing it on or off the air, but let's get away from that and talk about presidents, man. How many freaking presidents have I interviewed?
I think 4, right?
I think the only one alive that I need to interview would be Jimmy Carter, unless he's dead.
No, he's still alive.
Excellent, but he's probably busy building houses. That dude, such a cool dude. I think no war under his presidency, if I'm correct. And then after he was done being president, he just went around building houses, man. So I scored the king of all interviews, and here's my interview with Barack Obama. Hello, Mr. President. I'm so honored you agreed to do this interview.
Yes, who's this?
This is White Jesus from the White Jesus Show.
I'm sorry, who'd you say you were?
White Jesus. I do a podcast.
What's up? I am excited.
Excellent, sir. Have you heard anything about the White Jesus Show?
He's so handsome. He's so charming.
Well, I'm flattered, sir. I wish Black Moses was able to join me for the interview.
I am a little hurt that he's not here.
Oh, don't be hurt, sir. He couldn't make the interview, but he sends his warmest regards.
Talk to this brother, will you? I think he can still be saved.
Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely, I will. Sir, this is my 4th presidential interview.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Well, I feel very lucky talking to you.
Here we are. I am excited.
Here we are indeed. How have you been spending your time lately?
Counting down the days till my death.
Oh, my. Have you been depressed?
A brighter day will come.
That's the spirit, Mr. President. Stay positive.
Did you get my poke?
A Facebook poke? I don't even think they do that anymore.
I was a little late.
Yes, sir. Probably a few years late. Sir, where are you now?
At a local Waikiki bar.
Ah, your birthplace, Hawaii.
I was actually born on Krypton.
That's really funny, sir.
Sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth.
Okay, you're kind of overdoing it now, sir. I lived on Oahu for 3 years myself when I was in middle school.
We were in goddamn Hawaii.
Yes, sir. It's a beautiful state. What are you up to at the bar?
Trying to get laid.
Sorry, must be a bad connection, Mr. President. Problem with the phone line. So, anyways, you were talking about how you like to read a good book at the Waikiki bar?
Sure, you can have my number, baby.
Is the name of the book you are reading today? Well, President Obama, sir, I understand you are very in love with your wife.
After 13 years of marriage, I found myself to be fully domesticated, soft and helpless.
Oh, what can be so bad, sir?
Leaving dishes in the sink and not making my bed.
Sir, how was your childhood in Hawaii?
I discovered that it didn't make any difference whether you smoked reefer in the white classmate's sparkling new van, or in the dorm room with some brother you'd met down at the gym, or on the beach with a couple of Hawaiian kids who had dropped out of school and now spent most of their time looking for an excuse to brawl.
You smoke weed, yo?
Look, when I was a kid, I inhaled frequently.
Awesome, dude. Oh, is it cool if I call you dude now?
The answer would be no.
Understood. Sir, what do you think about Donald Trump?
World-class asshole.
I thought you might say that. Let's just keep this interview Trump-free. Sir, what is your message to all the white kids who have been protesting for Black Lives Matter?
There are white folks, and then there are ignorant motherfuckers like you.
Oh, geez, sir. Could you please tone down the language? We're a children's show.
I could sure enough curse like Richard Pryor.
I understand, sir, but with this being a children's show and all, we should watch our language.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Sir, do you have any questions for me?
Help me understand what it is that makes white people so afraid.
I really don't understand, sir. I don't think white people are afraid.
Tell me we wouldn't be treated different if we was white.
I completely understand what you're saying, sir. I'm trying to create a lot of open dialogue about race issues on the show. I'm trying to educate myself the best I can. Sir, I heard you met Matt Damon?
Matt Damon. I love Matt. He's so handsome.
Yes, sir. He's a good-looking fella.
Damon said he was disappointed in my performance.
Well, sir, I'm sure the same could be said about him and his performance in several crappy movies.
That has to sting a little bit.
Well, if you ask me, sir, that's what Matt Damon has coming to him when he messes with a friend of the show.
He handed me a copy of Peter Pan.
Matt Damon did?
Yes.
Peter Pan?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan?
Peter Pan.
Interesting. Mr. President, before we go any further, you were the first black president. You broke boundaries. I remember crying the night you were elected. I just wanted to thank you for being that man and handling the job with grace. You're a great man.
Right back at you.
Well, thank you, sir. Mr. President, did you watch the debates?
Like the Red Wedding.
Really? A Game of Thrones reference? I don't even know about that show, but I do know the reference. You're right, it was a mess. Mr. President, do you know how to make pancakes?
Yes.
How do you mix the pancake batter?
You mix it up quite well.
That's the way to do it, sir. My next question. Sir, what was the last thing that your daughter, Sasha, said to you?
Mr. President, you are so yesterday.
These millennials. I mean, everything is so yesterday. Sir, who are the greatest people on Earth?
The people of Australia.
Really? But you were president of the United States for, 8 years.
God bless Australia. God bless America.
Alrighty.
Okie doke.
How do you feel about the current political landscape?
For every 2 steps forward, we take 1 step back.
I understand what you mean. Now, I don't think Donald Trump is,
Brilliant.
Well, I was going to say racist. He's certainly not brilliant. I think the main thing is that you are so presidential, so proper, like you were born to be president. And now we have our first mentally challenged president right after you. It's a shock to the system.
Unfortunately, it's impossible to know what lies beyond.
Sir, what advice would you give to someone who has their power cut off?
I can stand before you and say with confidence, pay the bills.
Probably a good idea, sir. Mr. President, I understand your schedule is tight. I just have a few more questions.
Okie doke.
Mr. President, can the nation survive the 2020 elections?
Yes, we can.
Can we get past racial divide?
Yes, we can.
Can we get through the coronavirus?
Yes, we can.
Can we become a shining light of peace and harmony in the world?
Yes, we can.
Can we get together and smoke a joint sometime?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. President Obama, before I let you go here, did you know that Yes We Can played backwards says thank you, Satan?
Well, if we...
No, really, look, I'll show you. All right, here we go. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And here it is backwards.
Nah, you say. Nah, you say.
Well,
See, I told you. Mr. President, thank you so much for being on the show.
I just have 2 more words to say.
Yes, Mr. President?
Obama out.
Obama, hello? Obama out. That's how my interview ends? Obama out? Mr. President, you still there? Well. Hey, Black Moses.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, it's time for the topic of discussion. Last week we talked about race stuff, right?
Right.
What did you think of that? Is it kind of cool to talk about real stuff?
No, we talked about real stuff all the time.
Yeah, but, there's real stuff, and then there's you talking about real issues with racism and everything, Yeah,
okay.
I hope you enjoyed the discussion, because I did. I actually got a lot out of it. And I actually felt differently than I did before the show, than I did after the show, because of the stories you told and the things you said. So that was really cool. That was last week's topic of discussion.
Well, what did you feel different about? Or what did it help you? What did it open your eyes about?
I'm glad you asked me that question, man, because I can't be all running away from that. I have an extreme distaste for the radical left, and I have a very strong distaste for critical race theory and media and social media push on racism lately, because it is a little political, and you got me. What was I saying, man?
You're talking about the critical race theory, and you had a disdain for it?
Yeah. There's Black Lives Matter, to me, has been hijacked by white people, and it's not even the same thing it was before anymore, And then when you told your story, I had a story about being arrested and treated like crap and everything, but you told a story about being profiled, and that just resonated all of a sudden that would never happen to me. That would be really, really less likely to happen to me. Possible. And that makes me think, shit. And that was just one issue and one circumstance with you, but multiply that by a whole lot. So there are problems that maybe I'm more sensitive to now than I was before.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think I'm going to be like dude, I'm going to start the radical centrist party. And I'm going to protest and hold up signs that say, we're really okay either way. We see both sides of the story, But I think we're going to probably disagree on some things, and hopefully we can get to some truth. topic of discussion is 2020 stuff. And I just wanted to say that here is a fact. Fake news media is a real thing. What's your opinion?
Fake news, you mean when Trump uses it or when we use it?
Actual fake news. Like CNN. Like when Trump calls out fake news.
I think...
Do you believe that there's fake news?
I think my opinion is that Trump uses a lot of gaslighting and deflection. So as far as fake news, I do believe some of the stuff that is said by Trump. Unfortunately, the supporters believe anything that comes out of his mouth, and he actually does fake news. But the thing about it is, since the last 3 years, he created that phrase "fake news." That's his talking point.
Quick interjection: the fake news was created by Norm Macdonald on Weekend Update. Go on.
So Trump uses it as gotcha. They're trying to get me and all this stuff, and it's sad. What I would like from people when it comes to fake, like every time Trump says something, I'm not dumb enough to believe him. I mean, I think he's a compulsive liar, but I'm gonna look up some of the stuff he says. Like, he's talking about him, hiring a lot of judges and stuff, because of Obama. And that is partial true. He did actually hire a lot of circuit judges and everything. So he did put a lot of them in position. So that is true. But the way how Trump uses the truth to bend it to make it, not what it is, it's crazy. So yeah, that's what I feel about fake news.
Okay, I actually think that the fake news is the majority of what's on television, and I'm not talking necessarily about fake stories 100%, but pushing a narrative. I mean, you said it earlier in the show that Trump's racist, and I'm gonna say something very controversial. I don't think Donald Trump is racist.
So okay, you have to. I mean,
okay. What's the main thing in the news right now? Trump refuses to disavow white supremacists. Right, all over, every headline, everything you see on Facebook. You've heard about that, right?
I'll be honest with you, as an African American. I don't really care if he supports white supremacies or not. I just want to make sure.
I should too. We should all care. It's ridiculous to even think that.
All I want, honestly, at the end of the day, is for everyone to get the same shake. So, honestly, this might sound controversial. I think, some races think they're better than other races, and it's just not white people. Honestly, it's just not. But the reason why white people say white supremacy stuff is because a lot of stuff does go to their favor. They're obviously in the top 1% and all that stuff. But I mean, all type of racism, all type of I'm not gonna say white supremacy, but all type of supremacy exists. You have certain Spanish cultures that one Spanish culture says, "Hey, this isn't Spanish you're speaking. You're speaking Spanish," and it's sad, And I was ignorant about it. I'm like, I thought you guys all spoke. I thought Spanish was all one, language. And it's like, no, it's different dialects. Sometimes they use broken English in it and blah, blah, blah. And, they don't know how to talk. And when I heard that, I'm like, but you guys are both Spanish. And it's like, no, we're not. No, they're this and they're that. and we know how to do this, we know how to do that. And to me, it's kind of like, at that point, I was like, so you think you're better than a Hispanic person because you believe that your culture is better and you speak better and your country has more money?
Okay, but I'm sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like, we're talking about Trump and how people claim that he's racist, and it's, you turn on the news right now and see it on CNN, NBC, whatever, everything except for Fox News, which is known as the crazy station because they don't attack Trump like the other news stations do. Okay, he was asked, there was a huge thing that he refused to disavow white supremacy. Okay, and Kayleigh McEnany, or his press secretary or whatever, I probably said the name wrong, addressed it at a press conference. Here it is.
As the person who speaks for the president, does the president denounce white supremacism and groups that espouse it in all their forms?
This has been answered yesterday by the president himself, the day before by the president himself on the debate stage. The president was asked this. He said, sure, 3 times. Yesterday, he was point blank asked, do you denounce white supremacy? And he said, I've always denounced any form of that. I can go back and read for you in August 2019, in one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. In August of 2017, racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups. I have an entire list of these quotes that I can go through with you. He has condemned white supremacy more than any president in modern history.
Just to clear it up this morning, can you, naming it, make a declarative statement that you denounce, that the president denounces?
I just did.
You see, he can denounce white supremacy all day long, and then he'll just be like, everybody will just be like, well, why won't you condemn it? We're keeping lists. Dude, I'm not falling for this fake news trap. I mean, it's all political because everything you see is Trump, racist, racist, racist. All of this shit. You know, now people are wishing he was dead. You know, let's see what Trump says.
I have to say, I've said it many times, and let me be clear again, I condemn the KKK. I condemn all white supremacists. I condemn the Proud Boys. I don't know much about the Proud Boys, almost nothing, but I condemn that. But he should condemn also Antifa. Antifa is a horrible group of people.
All right, now that's not doctored audio, that's out of Trump's mouth. How many times does he have to denounce white supremacists? He has done it more times than anybody, any president. It's ridiculous. It's like, you really have to find out the real news yourself. The president is not as bad as everybody thinks he is, and everybody thinks he's that bad because they're forced it's forced into their faces through television and the phones and social media. Like, even if it's not technical mind control, it's definitely subliminal in some way, that they hope you just like keep scrolling on, you know? They hope you just read that Trump doesn't disavow white supremacy and scroll up to the next story, because that's all the news some of these people are getting, you know? I don't think Donald Trump is racist. Is he stupid? Is he rude? Is he kind of an asshole? Yeah, but he's not a racist. And dude, you can look up. I mean, freaking Charles Barkley probably right now is the most famous one that I can think of that is speaking truth on things. You know, I'm afraid that the Democratic Party uses black people as props and tools, and I'm afraid that they manipulate you in ways that they think that you're too stupid to be aware of. You know, this isn't just conspiracy theories or anything. This is just me looking at what's going on. The imbalance of what's fed to you in the media is crazy, you know, and that's real stuff. Whew. I just had to take off my glasses. What do you think about that, man? I mean, you think it's possible that the government and the media, as always throughout history, is just trying to control us?
So what I think I told you before, what I honestly believe, and I'll go back to that statement, is that I'll use the best analogy that my pastor has said before. He says, it is up to you to read the Bible and research what I've said to you. Because part of reading the Bible is, you know, you doing your studying. So in the same analogy about Trump, Obama, whoever you want to call as president or whatever, whoever's running for president, it is up to the American people to research them, period, and you know, and I completely agree. I thought I thought Obama had it bad with the media, and you know, Trump still drags them into the media, but I think Trump has it pretty bad. And I'm not saying I'm taking Trump's side or anything like that. Does he say a lot of stupid things? Yeah, I do think he tries to get a rise out of people, which is hilarious.
He's a shock comic. It's kind of weird that he's president, but yeah.
I think that's hilarious. But at the end of the day, I mean, we can't be snowflakes. That's what The Rock says. You know, we're in a snowflake era that people are so sensitive to some of the stuff.
I love The Rock. You know that. I've met The Rock.
Right.
But I smell what he's cooking right now, and that's that he's in on the political agenda now. They're like, let's get people to say The Rock. Let's get The Rock to say Biden for president, and that'll work. It's not going to work for me. I'm still undecided, I think.
I just think
I hope Kanye gets back in the race.
I mean, it's just hilarious. Well, no, it's just, I mean, you know, I try to explain to people that the media is controlled, you know, partial media is controlled by government, like, you know, so some of the stuff that is being said, it is, in a sense, up to your way to research what's going on.
I think we agree more than we disagree. And I swear to you, if you just start looking a little bit into things for yourself, and if you hate a certain group of people or pundits, listen to their shows and hear what they're saying.
Wait, you talking about me in general, or just people in general?
People in general.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody who watches CNN all the time for their news should watch Tucker Carlson every once in a while.
Yeah,
because the truth lies somewhere in between Don Lemon and Tucker Carlson, somewhere in between there. And that's true. We're responsible for researching it because we just can't believe anything. Okay? As much as we shouldn't believe anything Trump says, we shouldn't believe anything Biden says either. Hey, at the beginning of the discussion about Trump, I started putting on a red hat, but you couldn't see it because you can't see the video.
Did it say "Make America Great Again"?
Dude,
it's like, to dream of things.
Mr. President, let me finish, please. Mr.
Nasty.
Hey, okay. You asked if it said "Make America Great Again," right? Yeah, so Mr. President, let me finish. The president keeps interrupting me. I'm sorry. No, actually, it says black made you look, Black Lives Matter. But it's still red with white lettering. I think it's a bad hat. I borrowed it. I think it's dangerous. Because, like you better hope that they read the hat before they punch you in the face, you know? So do you think that those things that I played of Trump and his press secretary there, do you think a lot of... Did you know that he disavowed white supremacy? And just made it very much clear?
I mean, it's like anybody. Anybody can say anything to get a rise or not get a rise. I mean, if he said it once, why wouldn't he say it again? But then again, at the same time, why did he keep... It's
like he's got to be sick of it by now, because he's answered it so many times and disavowed so many times that when they ask him now, he's just like flustered. Dude, Trump's not a racist, man. A lot of black people like Trump. And those are really, like, if you can't understand why black people would be Trump supporters or vote for Donald Trump, look up YouTube videos of black Trump supporters and hear what they have to say. I encourage everybody to do that, you know?
Well, if you watch the Republican National Convention, he had about 4 or 5 black people speak. So...
Yeah, he's actually I'm not sure. I'd have to look at the numbers, but probably one of the most diverse administrations. It's got a lot of black folks, a lot of women. I think more women in government jobs, and I don't know, but it's called Trump derangement syndrome, TDS. That's when you hate Trump so much that you just believe everything you hear about it and move on. And a lot of people have it. It's okay. The people will decide who becomes president. Or somebody will. Whoever the leader of the Illuminati is. Oh man, I hope the Illuminati doesn't start looking for us now. We know nothing about it.
No, then that'd be like the third ones on the list.
The show grinded to a halt there all of a sudden, man. And that's okay. That'll happen. I think we're all thinking, well, you're tired, and now you're wondering, dude, white Jesus might have a point. Maybe I should look at this a little closer. Maybe Donald Trump's not a racist. It's possible.
There's fake news, and then there's the real news. Here's the real news with White Jesus.
Oh, okay, cool. You're in your car. I'm gonna... smoke a little weed. Hey, welcome to the real news. I'm White Jesus, and here's a string of jokes. Our top story. President Donald Trump and First Lady diagnosed with coronavirus. Did you hear about that, bro?
Oh, yeah, I did hear about that.
Man, our thoughts and prayers go out to the president and his family, you know? Like, well, thank God the president's in tip-top shape, you know, and has a healthy diet. Oh, shit, man. Dude, the president's gonna die.
Right.
Man, he might die. He lives on cheeseburgers. Hey, dude, our next story is Trump. Anti-Trump host Rachel Maddow asked for prayers on behalf of President and First Lady. This is an anti-Trump on MSNBC, man. And
right. She's praying for the president?
Yeah, and I never thought I'd say this, but Rachel Maddow is a class act. That dude's all right in my book.
He's a dude.
Well, I don't know, man. People could be whatever. Our next story is that a police dog sniffs out 24 pounds of cocaine stashed in New York apartment, secret compartment in an apartment. Hey, that was fucked up because when I rehearsed it, I wasn't high.
This guy really knows how to hide his cocaine.
Yeah, man, but these dogs, right? Hey, in order to train these cocaine dogs, you know what they do, man? They give the dogs one line of coke, just like a little taste, right? And then, just like a cocaine fiend, they go looking for another fix. That's how they train the cocaine dogs.
I believe that is how they train drug dogs. That's awesome.
It's real news, man. The next real news story is a flock of swearing parrots separated at zoo. A British zoo has had to separate 5 foul-mouthed parrots whose keepers say they were encouraging each other to swear. Like a fucking high school lunchroom with parrots. When reached for a comment, the parrot said, "Hey, fuckface, we'll do whatever the fuck we want to fucking do. Fuck off with that fucking bullshit." It's because they swear so much.
Dude, man. I want a cursing parrot now for Christmas.
Dude, you could get one at a British zoo.
That's what I'll have to go to one of those.
Hey, you won't believe this next story. Alcohol consumption rising sharply during pandemic. Yeah, you can hear about this and more in the latest issue of Duh magazine.
Right, I love that magazine.
It's a magazine called Duh. It's full of dumb things. Hey, more. Hey, dude. Hey, more. Hey, I got some of that Colombian coffee that I was talking about, man.
Oh, nice.
It's nice. It helps counteract all the edibles. Hey, bro. Trump suggests McDonald's French fries are responsible for keeping his hair from falling out. Did you hear that? He tweeted that.
I did not.
Yeah. Now hospitalized at Walter Reed Medical Center for COVID-19, the president is insisting doctors let him try a new experimental cocktail of drugs that include sausage McGriddles, bacon McDoubles, and chicken McNuggets.
Nice. Those are drugs.
I hope that that the doctors will allow Trump to advise them, because he knows a lot of things. Hey, dude, a Florida man was arrested after allegedly hitting a deputy in the face with a Bible. Florida man is always in trouble. Isn't he?
That was in Florida?
Yeah, of course. Dude, the infamous Florida man was shocked he was arrested, as he thought for certain that once he threw the Bible at the officer would be disappeared by Jesus. You know,
right, that didn't work out for him.
It didn't work out for him, and he's in jail. Poor guy. Cardi B says she's happily single following Offset split. She says, "I can date any man I want. My DMs are flooded." Huh. All right. Now the task for us. What does DMs stand for? We had WAP, which stands for wet ass pussy. Ridiculous. What does DM stand for? I don't know, man. Dry mouth, drooling mouth, droopy mittens. We can only imagine. I'd have to say we can only imagine what's flooding over there with Cardi B. I don't want to think about it.
Flooding droopy mittens.
Dude, it might be her wet ass pussy.
Oh, good lord.
Our next story. A soccer team... Oh, I'm still on video. A soccer team forfeits match after alleged anti-gay slur. The accused soccer player insists he told the gay dude to slam him in the grass, not slam him in the ass. Simple misunderstanding, man.
I totally get that, man, and that happens to everybody.
You know, you're out there, you're in the heat of a soccer game, an important match, you know, and you're gay and you're proud of it, you know, and you may be so proud that you hear a guy say, "Slam him in the grass," and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm gay, you can't say that." Anyway, God
I
bless
never
her.
understood soccer, but now I feel like I understand it a little more.
It's football, actually. Speaking of football, Sunday's Titans-Steeler game postponed after Titans coronavirus outbreak. That's a shame. The NFL assured that once it's completely safe, they will get right back onto the field and give each other massive concussions and brain damage. So don't worry. Don't worry, folks. Once it's safe.
Tough sport.
Once it's safe, man, they'll go out there headbanging. In religion news, a pastor did meth with parishioners, performed exorcism on 1-year-old. Reached for comment, the pastor said, "This is a Methodist church. Of course we do meth."
Nah.
And what do you expect me to do with a baby possessed by demons? You know? Ridiculous, man. It's an attack against his religion. And finally, man dressed as Incredible Hulk destroys Trump's Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, where they have stars there in California. He's got one. Chinese theater. He's got like probably the most tremendous, huge star that there is, man. Fucking Incredible Hulk destroyed it, man. Eyewitnesses are reporting that the Incredible Hulk, excuse me, looked an awful lot like Hillary Clinton in green face.
Nice.
It should at least be a comedy sketch. Saturday Night Live, are you listening? Lauren, I've been calling you about a job, Lauren Michaels. I started the podcast and everything, man. I'm a comedian. I'm ready to join the show.
He's probably listening.
I'm sure he's listening. He's Lauren Michaels.
He's got to find new talent.
He's got to find new talent. Oh, shout out to SNL coming back live from their studio and everything. Jim Carrey did the most incredible Joe Biden ever.
Oh, yeah?
Dude, you got to check it out.
I've not seen it.
I understand you have... Do you have connections for, like, TV?
Nah, I don't, man.
Dude, you're off the grid.
I'm off the grid, dude. I haven't been on the internet in almost 4 weeks.
Well, thank goodness you can tune in each week to hear the real news with your brother.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, if you have it where I can download it, yeah.
This is all real news. I'll try to get it to you there via sending a file, a Dropbox, a WhatsApp, or a carrier pigeon. Dude, keep an eye out for a carrier pigeon. It'll be just like a pigeon, and he's going to come to you and start yapping away, because that's what they do, right? But he's going to have like a little thing tied to his leg that's a USB drive with the show on it. Okay?
Okay.
And, dude, that wasn't any kind of fake news. That was the real news with White Jesus.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Okay, Black Moses, this is where we wrap the show up like, you know what, I usually have a new saying every week. I've already said joint. I've already said wrap it up like a Christmas present. What do you wrap?
What did I rap?
Yeah, what do you rap? We are gonna wrap the show up like a burrito supreme. Whatever. We're wrapping it up because we're tired and we can't think of any more jokes and we're boring the people. We don't want to bore the people.
Wait. What does wrap it up mean?
That means we're ending.
Wait. You mean finish? You mean finish the show?
Yeah, we're gonna finish the show.
Okay. Then why didn't you say? Fuck it! We're doing live! We're doing live! We're doing it live!
We're gonna do it live! We'll do it live! I like that, man. You know what? It's kind of fun. It's different having two comedians on the show, because Black Jesus is a strong performer, but he's not necessarily a comedian like you are, man. That was hilarious. You should have a podcast.
We have a podcast, so we're team Jesus. There you go.
Yeah, man. I'm thankful you're here on the show with me. And Trump has COVID, and we don't want him to die. I mean, we don't. You and I don't. Some people might. They're just.
I think as a human, you shouldn't want anyone to die from COVID. That's just horrible.
Nah, but you see how Trump derangement syndrome works. When you hate Trump so much that once you start believing that he's literally Hitler, like when he gets COVID, you're like, oh, I hope he dies. You know, that's how. We've never been so controlled by. We've never had so many options. You know, television changed society, but now we have smartphones and everything's right there. And now everybody has an opinion and everybody has a show and a platform. I have a show. How the fuck does that work, man? I shouldn't have a show just because I wanted to make a show. What, anybody can have a TV show now?
Yeah.
We should make a TV show about it. All right, bro. Well, next week we'll check back in and see how Donald Trump is doing. We'll talk about some stuff. I really would appreciate you checking some of the things out that I send you. Like in the next week, man, I may, not to like troll or anything, but if I think something might make sense to you about fake news and Trump not being racist or anything, I might send that to you, and I hope you check that out. And feel free to send me any of your what do you call it, man? It starts with a P. Propaganda. Feel free to send me your propaganda too when I send you Tucker Carlson clips.
Gotcha.
Main goal of the show, unity. Everybody love each other, and that includes loving Donald Trump, man. You don't have to love him, but president. You should always support the president, because if the president does a good job, then we do a good job, So no matter whether it's a Republican or Democrat in office, we should always support the president. I think that should be the goal, man. It'd be a lot better if we can learn to work together and not have Civil War Part 2, because that's going to get...
I agree. And we moved to Canada. I understand.
Move to Canada, you snowflake.
Yeah. Get some free health care, doggone it.
Tell Trudeau I said, hey, do you think the Fonzie may have been Canadian? The Fonz? Because he was always like, hey. What if you're saying him that, like, as a Canadian?
Yeah, that's true.
Dude,
we should start a blog and find out.
I think this show just stumbled on to something, man. We think the Fonzie is Canadian. We're going to research this and look into it in our next show, man. Dude, it's been fun, man. But let's go to bed, all right? Say goodbye to the folks at home.
All right, man. Y'all be safe.
All right, folks at home, remember always that white Jesus and black Moses love you. Later.
Later. Peace.